Hello dear students, I am Betsy Miss here, and in this video we shall revise the entire lesson of the Earth and our solar system. Let's revise a few finer points of this lesson. Let's begin now. Remember one thing, children, the direction in which the leaves, flowers, the fruits from a tree, the rocks that come loose from a hillside, or even the rain that is falling these days, in which direction do they fall? They fall in the lower direction, towards the earth's surface, towards the downward direction. And why is that? It is because of the force of gravity. It is because of the force of gravity that anything that is in the air will fall downwards in the downward direction. Stars have their own light. They do not have to take their light from any other objects in space, like any other stars or planets. They do not have to take light from them. Stars develop their own light or produce their own light. This is how you distinguish between stars and planets. The movement of the earth around the sun is called its revolution. The earth's revolution is the movement of the earth around the sun. Our earth, the planet earth, also has a satellite of its own, which is called the moon. The moon which you see in the night is the earth's satellite. The one planet from our solar system, which is called as the dwarf planet, is Pluto. And it is because of the earth's gravity that all the things that are on the earth's surface remain on it and do not float in the air. On a clear night sky, you will be able to see stars. This is because of the point that I had mentioned before, that stars have their own light. The light which you see, the shining little stars which you see, is because of the light that they produce themselves, and it is visible because in the darkness of the night. But remember that planets do not have their own light. It is the major point distinguishing between stars and planets. Planets do not have their own light, and stars have their own light or produce their own light. The heavenly bodies that are present in the solar system usually or generally have a round shape. In the series of planets that are present in our solar system, between the planets Mars and Jupiter, there are many and numerous asteroids. There is a belt of asteroids present between Mars and Jupiter. And compared to all other heavenly bodies present in space, the moon is closest to the earth. Now, there are many scientists who study and do research over this topic, that is the study of space and heavenly bodies. But what are the scientists who travel in the spacecraft to space called? They are called as astronauts. Very powerful rockets are used to send a spacecraft into space. And why powerful rockets? It is because the force of gravity that is pulling objects towards the earth, it is very strong, and the rockets need to have enough power to push through this force of gravity. It has to have more power than the gravitational power of the earth. so that it can push out of the gravitational pull. In our solar system, the heavenly bodies receive their light from the biggest star present in the middle of the solar system, that is the sun. The shape of the moon might vary day to day because it is only the lighted part of the moon that is visible to us during the nights. Now, what is a satellite? The definition or the characteristics of a satellite is that a satellite turns around itself. That is the first point. It is also turning around a planet. Second point. And the third point, it also revolves around the star. Three things. The satellite turns around itself, around a planet, as well as around a star. What is the difference between a satellite and a planet? The satellite turns around itself, around a planet, and around a star. But a planet turns around itself and revolves around the sun. Compared to all other planets, no planet has a living world like the Earth. Only the Earth is a planet that has a living world. That the animals and the plants and all organisms are able to survive in the environment present in the Earth. Now tell me, can the sky watching activity be organized during the daytime? No. Why? Because during the daytime there is a lot of light present that is coming from the star, our nearest star, that is the sun. And due to this light, you will not be able to observe the other spatial objects present in our solar system. The sky watching activity can be organized during the night when there is darkness. Man-made satellites can remain in the space not just for 1 year but for many years.